Hello, my Tesla rode over 100,000 miles in January. I took video and pictures ready to do this video, then I got sick. I was sick for most of February and wasn't able to make this video, that's why it's 2 months late. I currently own a 2018 Model 3 long-range rear-wheel drive Tesla that I purchased in August of 2018. It has full self-driving and autopilot. I'm also in the FSD program as a beta tester. If you haven't seen any of those videos, they can be found on my channel as well. Since 2018, I've had a few issues. Around 1,000 miles, my computer went out. We never found out why, but Tesla replaced it under warranty. The car was still drivable, but there was no screen, no lights, no turn signals, speed, etc. But you could put the car in drive and park. At 3,000 miles, the rear deck was squeaking. The Tesla tech placed a bunch of padding under it to help with the noise, and it hasn't returned since then, thankfully. Around 12,000 miles, the back windshield developed the Tesla T-crack. If you don't know, the early Model 3s experienced this issue as the robots were pushing down a little too hard, causing hairline fractures in the back window. A crack would develop. Most who had this problem had the crack split into the shape of a T. Kind of funny, since it's a Tesla. Tesla replaced the back glass for free. Around 40,000 miles, my steering wheel developed a grinding noise when moving in and out. Tesla replaced the motor under warranty. At 56,474, my upper A-arms went out. Since my car was just out of warranty, it cost me $701.12 to replace both. This happens in most cars, although the mileage might be a little early though. I wish it had happened before the 50,000 mile warranty was up. At 60,072 miles, I had a mobile service tech come out and replace my cabin air filters. I was going to try and do it myself, but the bolts are very tricky to get to. It only cost me $79 for the tech to come out and replace them. At 88,374 miles, my 12-volt battery gave a warning message saying that it needed to be replaced. It never went out, but gave that message a couple of times. I had mobile service come out and replace it. I was shocked at the price. It only cost $122.76. I don't believe I could have done that myself that cheaply. At 91,816 miles, I decided to get the aero shield under the car replaced. It cost me $270.86. This is probably the only item that upset me having to replace. It's poorly made, and it's made out of a fiberboard, and it needs to be plastic. I looked all over the internet for a replacement part and couldn't find one. I can't believe no one has made an aftermarket part for this. It's the shield that covers all the parts under the car. When you drive through water puddles at high speed, you will punch holes through this corrugated fabric part. And in Texas, when it rains, every highway has puddles that you don't see. The chance of driving through them is unavoidable. I've replaced the front windshield twice under insurance and the roof glass once because of rocks thrown from other vehicles. The car sits low and is a rock magnet. Make sure you have a good comprehensive plan. If so, it will only cost you the deductible. The front windshield currently has a rock chip that I'm waiting for it to become a crack. Then I'll have my third front windshield. I replaced the OEM tires around 24,000 miles with wider and softer Michelins. Those were replaced around 40,000 miles later. It's about time to replace them again. This time, however, I will probably go with some harder, longer lasting Michelins. Currently, there's a piece of trim under the passenger side that's hanging down from who knows what. I've not contacted Tesla to fix it, as it seems to only be cosmetic. The driver's seatbelt area that raises and lowers beside my left ear squeaks, and I have to tap it to shut it up. The entire front console squeaks, causing my wife and I to have to hit it to shut it up. The squeaks are something you have to live with if you have a car with over 100,000 miles, especially when the interior is made of plastic. If I cared enough, I could take the front console apart and figure out a way to stop the squeaking, but it doesn't bother me enough to figure out how to do that. And as I said, every car develops squeaks and creaks around 100,000 miles. This is not just a Tesla issue. In my opinion, my car is in excellent shape. The interior still looks new. I don't have any rips. There is a tiny tear in the fabric of the front speaker in the front right-hand corner. Otherwise, the car still looks like it did day one. The driver's seat is still as comfortable today as it was 100,000 miles ago. It is still just as padded as the passenger seat. I'm not a small guy either. I weigh just under 3 bills, and I have sat in that seat for over 90,000 miles. The leather-wrapped steering wheel is still in great shape. There's no problems with my car that require attention today, other than that cosmetic piece hanging down. I did wrap the car with paint protection film when I first bought it, so there's no scratches or chips in the paint. However, there are some dents from rocks. There's a few small dents in the front and a small dent in the rear quarter panel from someone opening up their door into me. None of these are the fault of Tesla. It's more the asphalt roads and highways of Texas and inattentive Texas drivers. The battery, when I first got the car fully charged, went up to 304 miles. I fully charged it back in January of 2022 and it went up to 274 miles. It's about a 9% loss of range after 100,000 miles. I would say this is average for most Teslas and above average for any other EV. I've leased 2 Nissan Leafs from 2012 to 2018. Both lost 20% range after about 50,000 miles. Would I buy this car again? Well, I'm 51 years old. I can't remember ever owning a vehicle longer than 4 years. I've owned Chevys, Fords, Dodges, Toyotas, Nissans. I even owned a 79 Datsun 380Z. This is far and away the best car I've ever purchased. I have no plans to sell it at the 4-year mark in August. In fact, this car will be the first one I've ever paid off. I've never owned a new car long enough to finish making payments on it. My Tesla will be paid off next year, and I won't sell it then either. If the car holds up this well at 100,000 miles, I want to see what it looks like at 200,000 miles. I will do a follow-up video then. I'm in line for the Cybertruck and will purchase it when it comes out, but I'll not be trading in my Model 3 on it. If you have any questions, please ask them below. If there's anything you want me to cover in a future video regarding my 100,000 mile plus Tesla, let me know. Thanks for watching.